In this video, we're going to look at the speed converter application that you'll be completing in tutorial 5-3 in your textbook. The application will display a list box that shows speeds converted from kilometers per hour to miles per hour. And the list of speeds will start at 60 kilometers per hour, and they will go up to 130 kilometers per hour. And you will display the speeds in intervals of 10. In other words, you'll display 60 kilometers per hour, 70 kilometers per hour, 80 kilometers per hour, and so forth. And you'll simply display the speed in kilometers per hour, and then you'll display what that speed is when it is converted to miles per hour. And the tutorial gives you the formula to do the conversion, to convert from kilometers per hour to miles per hour. You simply multiply the kilometers per hour times 0.6214, and that gives you the miles per hour. Now, the form has already been created for you. Let's switch over to Visual Studio and look at that. So here's the form. Notice that we have a list box named Output List Box, and then we have a couple of buttons. We have a display button, and we have an exit button. And when the user clicks the display button, then we will see the those lists of speeds displayed here in the output list box. In step 3, you're going to start writing the code for the application. You'll start by writing the click event handler for the display button. Now, I've already written all of the code for this application, so let's just switch over to the code editor and make sure that you understand how the code works. Here's the display button's click event handler. Notice that we start by declaring some constants for all of the known values in the problem. The start speed is 60 kilometers per hour, and the end speed is 130 kilometers per hour. And the interval constant is set to 10, and that's because we're going to display the speeds in intervals of 10 kilometers per hour. And then we have a constant for our conversion factor set to 0.6214. So we have all of our known values established as constants. Then we have a couple of variables. We have an integer called kph. This is going to hold a speed in kilometers per hour. And we have a double called mph. That's going to hold our converted speed in miles per hour. Now, next in our event handler, we have a for loop. The for loop is going to perform all of these conversions and display the results in the list box. So let's just take a look at how the for loop works. Notice that our initialization expression is kph equals start speed. So we're assigning start speed to kph at the beginning of the for loop. And then the test expression, which controls whether the loop will iterate or not, is kph less than or equal to end speed. And then our update expression is kph plus equal interval. In other words, we're going to add this interval value, which is 10, to the kph variable at the end of each loop iteration. So, in other words, the loop starts with kph set to start speed. Each time the loop iterates, it adds interval, or 10, to kph, and the loop will iterate as long as kph is less than or equal to end speed, or 130. So that's how this loop executes. Now, inside the body of the loop, first we convert our current kph value to miles per hour. Here's our math formula that does that. And then next we display that value in the list box. We add to the items collection kph, whatever value that is at the moment, concatenated with kph is the same as concatenated with whatever value mph is at the moment, concatenated with mph. So this is where we get our message that displays the kph and the equivalent mph. So that's it for the display button. The exit button simply closes the form, exits the application. So let's compile and execute this program and see how it works. Okay, so I'll click the display button, and here are all of those converted speeds.